Hey, it's Patty Scharf, CPA and co-founder of Catching Clouds, a leader in e-commerce accounting. Welcome back to our Saturday Slowdown, where I like to remind everybody to work on their business and not just in their business. All right, so today I want to talk about a message I saw on LinkedIn from one of my peers in the industry. I saw it months ago. It's been on my list for a long time. It's just taken me a while to get here. But what the question was if small accounting firms are having this like moment of digital disruption where there's all this AI, machine learning, all this stuff that's making things better, faster, easier, then why is the number one challenge for accounting firms finding good talent? So the question is, if you've got like more automation and everything, shouldn't that translate into excess capacity instead of the other way around? So I had a lot of things to say about that, and so I like kind of earmarked it for later. I would say that today's economy is not at all like the economy of yesteryear. Like if you think about factories where you would just have whatever warm body would come in, you'd show them do this and this and this, done, and they would do this and this and this and be done, and it didn't really matter who was there or doing the work or whatever. One person was as good as the next. So if you have automation, then you've got an extra person, maybe that person gets laid off or whatever. Like that's kind of the premise, I think, that's being posed in that question. But I think that we've got a different economy going on now, where people aren't like, I think about my clients, and they really see the automation that's going on in the world. They know, like maybe 20 years ago, they knew that their alternative for keeping track of their books, either they would hire somebody to do it or they would have to do it themselves. And they didn't want to do it themselves on pen and paper. Maybe this is more like 30 years ago because it predates me. But they didn't want to have to learn accounting, or they just didn't know where to even start. Whereas now, things like QuickBooks, where they are really targeting the self-employed person, the person who owns their own business, and they're like, you know what, you can do this yourself. We make it so easy for you. Just follow our prompts. Same thing with like tax returns. Just walk through our little interview process and it'll be okay. I remember like 10 years ago, I had a client who basically was saying, why does the accounting cost so much? I could have just hired a typist for $12 an hour to just key this all into QuickBooks and be done with it. And I'm like, dude, you've got like no concept whatsoever of how much skill is involved in learning and being able to execute on accounting. Like it's not the same as typing. It's a skill. All right. I think in today's economy though, like our clients aren't looking for somebody to just crunch the numbers. They're not looking for that automation. It's something that's required from us as accountants, because we know that we need good, accurate information before we can provide that next level of service, which is actually what our clients are looking for. Our clients want to know, like, hey, what do I need to do today that's going to make my business healthy and successful and keep it safe and outpace competitors? And what kinds of actions do I need to take operationally that's going to create better returns and stuff? I want to know about returns on investment. I want to know if I have an operational system, how's that going to talk to my accounting system? What do these numbers even mean? Like, let's say I have financial statements that I just cranked out of QuickBooks. What is it telling me? How's knowing this information actually help my business? And that right there is the shortage that we have going on in the industry. We have so many people who learned how to be really good technicians, who learned how to do debits and credits and put this in the right place, and how to print out checks and line things up and whatever, and not so many people who are working on the skills that they really need to succeed in the future. They need to know how to communicate both in writing and speaking and just general communication with the clients to educate them on the health of their business, or troubleshooting, like learning different processes, like obviously learning the technology, knowing accounting so that when you see that something went off the rails, like, wait, that went off the rails. If you don't know accounting, you don't know if you're getting garbage out of the system that you're putting in. And you need to be able to understand what the challenges are for the clients. You need to speak their language, understand their industry, everything else, so that you can understand their challenges, so you can help them troubleshoot answers and come up with a process that's going to help them move forward in like a real helpful, efficient, profitable way. So I think these are all the skills that I think are really lacking in our industry that we need to focus on. And I think it's really why there's a people shortage. I think that developing a team of people who can actually offer these types of qualities to their client, which is what they are looking for and what they need, I think that takes years to develop. And I think that finding somebody who already has these skills is like looking for a needle in a haystack. And that's why it's such a challenge for small accounting firms. That old factory model is all about automation and standardization. And I think that's critical to becoming an effective firm. But once you have everything automated and you have everything standardized and everything is humming along, then what's left? The only thing that's left is the human element, and that's what we need. So I guess that's it for today. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like, comment, and share. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.